Today, it's time to get schooled. And speaking of today, did you know that on this day, June 9th, 1915, the pacifist Secretary of State, William Jennings Bryan, resigned in the face of the imminent involvement of the United States in Europe's Great War? Bryan was not your typical Secretary of State. He had already run 3 times unsuccessfully for president as the Democratic Party's candidate. He also was an outspoken enemy of war. He was a pacifist. Bryan persuaded President Wilson to reject his predecessor's policy of dollar diplomacy. Money didn't drive the world, transcendent principles did. Bryan began to negotiate a series of treaties to reduce the global arms race. When and where armed conflict did show its face, Bryan urged Americans to be impartial in thought as well as action. When war broke out across Europe in 1914, Bryan attempted to mediate. Both sides rejected his attempts. Soon thereafter, President Wilson too began a policy of military engagement. As a man of principle, Bryan had no choice but to tender his resignation. What seems to be the powerful lesson of this little tale is that men and women of principle should be admired. In our time, we have grown somewhat apprehensive to call out ill behavior. But aren't there timeless traits that we can all agree on? In red states and in blue states, can't we agree that honesty, respect, and dignity are honorable ways to live? Coach Wooden always pointed out the value of these tenets: poise, confidence, self-control, initiative, industriousness, friendship, cooperation, and enthusiasm. Count me in, Coach. I once attended a character academy. Shouldn't all of our schools be about teaching character? The ancient Greek philosopher Heraclitus wrote, "Character is destiny." Still challenged by de Tocqueville, who wrote, "America's great because she is good, and if America ever ceases to be good, she will cease to be great." Psst, it's Prologue with Mr. Review. It's a podcast that is actively digging tons of earth to find an ounce of gold, striving for a more perfect union.